Hey, what's up, guys? Gonna make a quick video on my iPhone and my dirty kitchen, so y'all can kind of have an idea of how I prep my proteins and food. So if you hear any squeaking toys or barking, it's my dogs. But maybe we'll make more of a professional video some point later. With me, I have to try to get 30 grams of protein a day. So when I'm making my meal plan out, I usually buy the proteins, and that's the first thing I cook, and then I Tupperware it, and then I forget about it. But I know that 1 ounce of lean meat is like 7 grams of protein, so I need like 4 ounces to get about what my protein goal will be. So I'm gonna cook a couple things here. I've got some chicken, some turkey patties that were on sale, and some ground beef, and I'll just kind of quickly show you how I do that. Not really sure how I'll clip this together, but I'm definitely just going to clip it together on my phone and then post it on the Facebook page, so stay tuned. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is prep my chicken. I'll buy this chicken at H-E-B. Probably don't have enough of it for the week, so I'll probably end up having to go back and get some, but I just wanted to try to quick put something together quickly. So I usually use these things, and then I kind of cut all the fatty parts off and parts that I don't really want to eat. And then I take a meat tenderizer and I pound them down a little bit, make them a little bit flatter. And then I usually buy something like this at the grocery store, and I put it all over it, and I stick it on the grill and I cook it. Then I'm done with the chicken. Okay, chicken is prepped. I'm gonna let it cool down, or warm up a little bit to room temperature. I'm gonna stick it on the grill. I use a gas grill. I usually turn it on to about medium high, and I cook it about 7 minutes on each side. That usually always does it all the way through. But obviously, if yours doesn't cook all the way through, then make sure you cook it all the way through. Here's the scissors, a little meat tenderizer, and next we're gonna move on to ground beef. Now I always buy the stuff that tries to make me feel better about what I'm eating. Like the no antibiotics type stuff, but you don't have to do that. It is a little bit more expensive to go this route, but I just eat so much of protein, so much meat all the time that I try to make it a little bit cleaner when it goes in. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna heat up the grill a little bit, and hopefully in about 10 minutes this will be ready to go, and I'm gonna move on next to the ground beef. Okay, next step, I'm gonna take my ground beef, stick it in there. I'm gonna start browning it. While I'm browning it, I'm gonna take some of this taco seasoning, put it all over it. Okay. If you're trying to be super exact, you probably want to measure that out. But I don't try to be super exact. The great thing about taco seasoning is that you can put it in tacos. You put the meat in tacos. And then if you don't want to put it in tacos, taco seasoning still tastes great on just about anything, in my opinion. So you throw it on a salad, you throw it in with some rice, throw it in with some potatoes, something, and that will taste good, rather than trying to do some type of marinade or other type of dry seasoning on top of your beef. You can hit it with the taco seasoning and be able to use it the whole time. I just put the chicken on, so I'll be browning this while the chicken's cooking, and then in about 7 minutes I'll go flip it. Should be done cooking with the beef, and then I can separate those two and show you how to do that. Okay, somehow I missed the last recording I did, but these are some turkey patties that I got from H-E-B. They were on sale, so I went ahead and scooped them up. I'm gonna put them on the grill with the chicken. There are, according to the nutrition facts in the back, they are 21 grams of protein per patty. So I know that I need a patty and a half in order to hit my protein goals. Okay, so they're pretty low in fat as well. So I'm gonna throw those on with the chicken. I know there's probably some rule that you're not supposed to cook things in the grill at the same time as chicken, but guess what? I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna do it anyways. So that's cooking, and then I'm gonna come back in and finish with the ground beef. This is my favorite part. Hey Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
There's Hillary. Alexa's telling me it's time to go get the chicken. I'll go flip the chicken, so let's go do that right now. I already flipped the turkey because they were cooking a little bit faster, but yeah, flip these chickens real quick. Did I do the best job cleaning the grill beforehand? I think I did a mediocre job, so something sticks to it. That's what I don't judge me. again. I tell Alexa to set me another timer for 7 minutes. I got my watch timing the turkey burgers are almost done, and then we'll have all this done. I just finished cooking the ground beef, and take a look at that. Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
So ground beef is cooked. Now what I'll start doing with this is I will start putting it into containers, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so check it out. About to put the ground beef into the containers. Now, for me, I don't care about it being exactly exact. I know that this is a pound of ground beef in there. I need 4 ounces. So if I split the meat in half and then split it in half again, those would be 4-ounce sections. So what I would do, I would actually just take the scoop and I would just kind of separate it in half. And then I would separate it in half again, and then I would just scoop that in there. I wouldn't even weigh and measure that. I just know that that's roughly 4 ounces, that's roughly 4 ounces, this is roughly 4 ounces, and that's roughly 4 ounces. But because I'm doing a video, I'll show you. My scale's dying, but I do want to show you a little quick trick. I know that a lot of times when you're measuring, you need quick things to get going. I know a tablespoon, like a heaping tablespoon of ground beef is about half an ounce. So I need 8 scoops. You ignore the miss there. And my scale died again, but okay. Okay, so I've taken the chicken off the grill and I've diced it up. I usually like to dice it, you know, into just bite-sized pieces. I'm not really too strict on it. Then I simply will just put this on there if this is how you want to do it. Put it on your scale, zero it out, and then you just add your chicken in there until you get to, for me it'd be 4 ounces, okay? I know, just from doing this previously, and I don't, like I said, I'm not a big exact person, okay? So I know that about a cup of diced chicken is about 4 ounces, right? So put this back on there. Hopefully my scale stays alive for just a second. Dump this in there. Boom, 4 ounces. So when I'm meal prepping, now all I'll do is I'll set this aside. I'll just fill this up with chicken until I get it to about to the top of the rim. Stuff it down. I don't even need to measure anymore. Stuff it down. Again, doesn't have to be exact. Oh, 4 ounces. 2 meals already prepped. Cool. Welcome back to you. Okay. Done prepping all my proteins for the week. I got, maybe not for the week, but for at least a couple days. I've got 4 ground beef containers, taco seasoning. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chicken containers with the McCormick seasoning. I've got the turkey patties, which we know that I cut them into halves already, so I know that 3 halves is my serving size. I've got tuna. Tuna is just a good addition. I usually just go ahead and eat two tuna packets, right? Just so it gets somewhere around 30. And then my eggs, of course. I have to get 30 grams of protein with the eggs. If you're curious what the eggs content or whatever, they usually put the nutrition facts on the inside. So your best estimate is to go ahead and say 5 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein. So I'm allowed 15 grams of fat in the morning. So I can eat 3 whole eggs. That's 18 grams. And then there's about 4-ish grams of protein per egg white. So then I usually do another 3 egg whites. So I have 3 whole eggs and 3 egg whites. You can buy the carton of egg whites from the store and just figure out what one serving of egg white is. Crack your 3 whole eggs, put your 2 cups of egg whites or whatever in there, mix it up, throw it in the plate, and then you have your protein for your morning. My last protein is this deli meat turkey. Okay, it's easy, it's on the go. Just like anything else, I need about 4 ounces of this to make my protein goal. What I do is every day I eat a sandwich. I found a bread that doesn't upset my stomach, so I put 4 ounces of turkey on the bread every morning. I hit my fat by hitting 1 piece of cheese, and I use like some type of low-calorie sauce like mustard, or I found some sauce I leave at the gym that's low-calorie, low-carb. So usually my first meal is the eggs, the bagel, or I eat a bagel. And then my second meal is the sandwich. And then my third meal will be one of these proteins, whatever I decide I want to bring for the day. Then I'll pair it up with something. I usually, with the sandwich, right, I'll put something on there to count as veggies. And then in the morning, in my pan, before I put the eggs in there, I'll just throw some spinach on there. And then I'll eat the spinach. One of these meals, maybe I have some steamed veggies that I buy at the store. I always buy the on sale ones because they're cheap. They also have like these other ones that are a little bit smaller serving sizes. Here's the bread that I eat. It's called Dave's Killer Bread. It's nice. It's kind of on the expensive side. If you buy bread often, it's a little bit expensive, but it's good. And then I just use the little nutrition facts on the back to calculate how many carbs I need. This week, my wife wanted pasta, so I made a bunch of, this is gluten-free pasta, gluten-free fettuccine pasta. I think it's made from like corn and rice noodles, so we'll measure out that. One thing that I have learned, also this little cheat, guys, is about a half cup of carbohydrates, grains and stuff, is about 25 grams of carbs. So if you're eating rice, you put a half cup of this on there, that's about 25 grams of carbs. If you need 50, 2 scoops of rice, right? You fill this up with mashed sweet potatoes, boom, carbs. Fill this up with oatmeal, boom, carbs. Put this, I'll stuff my fettuccine down in there twice, boom, carbs, okay? So you have to find these little cheats that I have found, but once you have the proteins done, it's super easy. So I have my third meal. My fourth meal is a protein shake. My fifth meal, I come home and I'll choose another protein, I'll choose another veggie, and I'll choose another carbohydrate. Probably at lunch at the gym, I'll have rice with this, with my protein. And then when I get home at night, I'll probably have this, okay? Sometimes I get home, I'm really lazy, and if I have ground beef already made, I'll just calculate how many corn tortillas I need to hit my carbs, and I'll just make a whole bunch of tacos. Calculating fat's a little tricky, so y'all can use cheese, avocado. If you buy the guacamole, I know my wife likes to buy the guacamole already made, right? And then she just measures out teaspoons of it to hit her fat goals. And then at night I have another shake. Some people were asking what shakes I eat. I buy this one from HEB, mainly because it's gluten-free, lactose-free, and it's got 25 grams of protein a serving, and it's got less than 1 carbohydrate. So it's a little bit, again, a little bit on the expensive side compared to other proteins, but it gets the job done for me and tastes good, and I don't get sick afterwards. So I'm going to try to splice this together the best I can. It's going to be a really shoddy job, I'm sure, but hopefully this helps you guys prepare. I think even with doing all these videos, this was under an hour's worth of stuff.